I play synthesizers, and I'm the lead singer of Young Empires.
My name is Aaron. I also play in Young Empires. I play guitar and a little bit of synth, and we all do production too, so it's kind of, we all have many hats in the band. I grew up being really into like hip hop a lot, and really kind of grew up like that 90s suburban kid, like really into like Dr. Dre and NWA and stuff like that, and then got more into grunge with Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all that kind of stuff. So those were kind of the really early things I like. And I know, Matt, you play like
I was listening to like a lot of like really early Canadian indie rock from the Halifax explosion, you know, early Sloan and the Super Friends and Thrush Hermit, which is now Joel Plaskett's band. But I don't really think that any of those influences really kind of bled into the music that we're making. I think what we're influenced most by is the fact that everyone in the band has different influences and that we're open to everyone's idea, and that in itself created, you know, the sound that we have.
I always kind of wanted Young Empires to be a brand. We kind of have this idea of a bigger picture of what we call the House of Young Empires. We kind of like the idea of how fashion lines do that, where they'll have kind of the House of Dior and then different lines within that. We like the idea that the three of us have essentially created the House of Young Empires, and Young Empires is the band within the House of Young Empires, but that could branch out into doing fashion. It could do jewelry, we could be doing art, we could be doing video, we could be doing cuisine, who knows. It's like there's so many other interests that we have as people, so we kind of like the idea of establishing this kind of bigger thing, and Young Empires is the music part of it. When you go on a website, the first thing you see is the logo, how the band's presented, what their name looks like written. A lot of times that first impression is as important as how you sound.
Especially in the internet age where you know, young people have such a short attention span. You know, you really have to make your impression on the first chance. The record is first released in Canada, you know, 2 days ago, but it won't be another month until it's released worldwide. So, you know, we did want to give a chance to our fans abroad to be able to listen to the record and be part of, like, you know, the first announcement that the album has come out, and be part of that and get them excited about it, and get the blogs kind of thinking about it. You know, for the first 2 years of our music, we were really cool with just putting out music for free download online, but then, you know, there comes a point where you have to pull that back a little bit and really encourage your fans to, you know, show their support by buying the music and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of people take that attitude of saying, like, oh, I want to be able to hear something first before I commit to buying it nowadays, and I think you have to accept that as a band, and I think the way you can get around that is doing what we did and putting it as a free stream and say, here, listen to every song on this album. We're confident that if you listen to all these 7 songs, you'll like it, and then you'll go and buy it, kind of thing. You have to be willing to do that nowadays. And
it's only $5. What defines that EP is the fact that we produced it, we wrote it, and we mixed it all ourselves. We recorded it in bathrooms and bedrooms, wherever we could find a space. So it was really a collaborative project between all three of us in the band. On the record, there was all the drums were programmed electronically, and it's only been recently that we've added a live drummer to the band as an official member. You know, so there is like kind of a homemade feel to the record, I think, and I think that's what gives it a unique character.
Yeah, a lot of it was just we were figuring things out as we were writing. These are a lot of the songs that are on Wake All My Youth are some of the first songs that we wrote when we started making music together, so a lot of it is just kind of the discovering what Young Empire sounds like, and kind of that's why it took us a while to put it out. It took us 2.5 years to put this out, because for the 7 songs that are on Wake All My Youth, we have 50 songs that didn't make it because we just didn't feel, it's not that they're bad songs, we still play a lot of them live, we just didn't feel we wanted that to be the first thing we presented as Young Empires. We're very particular about Young Empires and presenting it in a way that we want it to be presented. So these were the kind of the first songs that all of them really resonated with all of us, and we felt confident moving forward that here's a good way to introduce the world to what Young Empires is right now and is going to be moving forward.